Hi, my dear students and parents. I'm going to discuss a very important dilemma students go through at this point of time. We are in July 2021. College results could be out anytime. Campus recruitment should be going on now. So the undergraduates will become a graduate. They have a very important decision to make. Actually, just now I met an old student of my school. He came with a question, couple of questions. He said, "Sir, I'm very confused. I want some clarity." The questions that he had in his mind. Campus recruitments are going on in the college. Should I accept a job? In my family, my elder brother is well employed. He also did engineering. He is well employed. Point number 3. Should I continue my higher education? Point number 4. Or should I concentrate on my family business? So I am very confused. I don't know what to do. I thought I can answer these questions. In fact, I told him I'm going to make an episode out of this. One thing is certain. A basic degree will not take us too far in our career. A graduation is not sufficient. A graduation is okay for a job. It is a requirement. It is an eligibility. Like for example, 10th standard is eligibility for certain jobs. Plus 2 is a eligibility for certain jobs. Like that, graduation is an eligibility criterion for an entry point in a job. I kept telling you from the beginning that job is different, career is different. Gone are the days when a medical professional got MBBS degree. For the next 50 years he practiced as a general physician. Gone the days when a lawyer completed his LLB or BL and for the next 50 years, 60 years he practiced as a lawyer. Today, world has changed and changing and will change. Life is becoming an excitement and the human race is facing a lot of changes. Lot of opportunities, lot of excitement taking place. And in this, the job market also will change. So after MBBS, you have to do MS or MD. After BE, you should definitely do post-graduation. What we are looking at is upgradation. For example, I have this tab, Apple tab. It's 7-year-old. I purchased it long ago, 7-8 years ago. At that time, it had the latest app required for me. Today, the Apple computers have stopped upgrading this model. For example, I cannot use it for meeting platforms, WebEx or Zoom or whatever. I cannot use it for PowerPoint presentation. I was not using WebEx or Zoom in 2013. I have to use it now. So I need to decide what should I do with this. Should I have a limitation by this on my profession, or should I go for the next model? The same thing will happen to career also. Today, the engineering, the medical, the accountancy, the legal profession, the fine arts, the theatre, the journalism, the news media, the cinema media, even the government has changed. So, point number one, my answer is you have to qualify higher degree. Then the next question is, where should I study? In India or abroad? I strongly recommend a foreign stint of about 2 years or 3 years in a good reputed university. If you can get into the Ivy League, excellent. I've talked about what is Ivy League in one of my earlier episodes. Please go through that. So an MS if you want to be a technical expert, or MBA if you want to pursue management as a career. Then about a year or two, work experience overseas will make a very big difference because the platform is bigger. The opportunity to learn is bigger there, is more there. It's up to the concerned person to come back to India or pursue his career there. There are examples of both. There are people who went abroad, qualified, they came back to India to establish their own startups. Many of the industrial houses, their siblings went abroad, studied in one of the best universities, they come back and concentrating on their business here. Either way it's fine. But the basic thing I'm trying to tell you is, a postgraduate education is important, either in India or abroad. So, an engineer or a graduate can do the higher studies. For example, he can write the competitive exam and get into some of the management schools in India. Indian Institute of Management, there are various branches. In fact, I even suggested to this student that he can consider doing a completely different field, law for example. I have a good friend of mine who is a lawyer by education, but his basic degree is engineering. I'm sure you would have heard about doctors in civil service. But there could be no compromise where you want to do your masters. You can do it in India, some of the best universities here, or go abroad and do it. Point number 3, you should have a 10-year perspective. 10 years from now, what is that I want to be? How my chosen field is going to develop? In that, what specialization I should do? And go for it. Let me also clarify. Goal setting is not a static exercise. It is a continuous changing exercise. So 10 years from now, you can vaguely have a mission or a vision where you want to be. Then out of that, 5 years. In this case, a graduate engineer or a medical graduate can think about an MS or MD or some specialization. When he reaches around 3 years or 4 years, redesign yourself. Look around and see what new things are happening in the industry. And accordingly change yourself. Okay? The next question is, should I continue in my family business or can I be doing something away from my family business. Either way you can do that. If you read the autobiography of Akio Morita, Made in Japan is the name of the book. His parents wanted him to continue in his family business, but Akio Morita had a different intention, different plan. Either way it's fine. If your family business is big enough, offers a bigger scope, why not? You can apply your education. That's why even at the beginning, you should take a look at your family business and accordingly you can choose your field of study. For example, if my father is a senior lawyer practicing in Supreme Court, I can choose legal profession and develop so that there is no deviation from the family profession. Similarly, doctors, for example. Similarly, a family business, let's say that you are in a textile shop or a jewelry shop or you are in a banking sector. Around the 9th or 10th standard, you should decide. The parent should educate what business the family is in and accordingly guide the children. But couple of business may not offer a large scope. But at the same time, every business has to expand. Even if I am having a small, a small textile shop, for example, I need to be looking at 10 years from now, the buying pattern, the likes and dislikes of the people has changed and they want to go for a bigger shopping experience. Accordingly, it should grow. If I am an educationist, if I am having a couple of schools, I need to look at larger scope for the family business or family enterprise or whatever it is. So very clearly we should be able to plan 2 years from now, 2 years from now, 2 years from now. But one thing is definite. Without post-graduation, you cannot do anything. Specialization is the name of the game. Specialization, even deeper specialization. For example, gynecology. For example, orthopedic, diabetic treatment, neuro surgery. There are specialization. And last but not the least, we need to understand there is no conclusion, there is no point of time where my education is complete. You have to be a continuous learner. You have to update yourself. Like your product is being updated, upgraded, improved. If this product is not upgraded, this will not be saleable in the market. This market will reject it. Similarly, you are also a product. What have you got to offer to the society? If you have a limited thing to offer to the society may not be satisfied with the limitation. So career, your ambition, your vision, your mission, everything is related to your education. So think and take a look at all this. In my next episode, I am going to give you a connection between your talent, your platform, your knowledge skill, your passion and attitude, and give you a diagrammatic approach which will help you to decide where you are and where you want to be. I hope you liked this episode. Please subscribe to this channel, press the bell button, share it and like it, and post your comments in the comment box. I'll be able to address some of them. All the best.
SRMJV is not just a school, it's a one-time experience.
VM Nagar, Tiruvallur,